Hi, I'm Perry Atkinson, General Manager here at theDove. Hey, check out our other videos and check out our website at thedove.us. Welcome to Focus Today. I'm your host, Perry Atkinson, and well, here we are the day after the election, and honored to have back in the studio with us today Colonel David Dotterrer. He's ran for Senate District number 3 in the state of Oregon against incumbent Alan Bates, and did not prevail last night.
Yep.
And that's quite an experience. I can tell you, I've been on that side of the fence before. But how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Are you?
I feel just great. You know, again, it was we talked about it yesterday. You know, you just pray about it and you say, you know, you have peace, and you just feel like, okay, you know, this is what the Lord willed, and this is what it's all about, and you just move on.
And you're comfortable with that?
I'm comfortable, absolutely comfortable with that. I mean, I got up this morning and I thought, you know, I probably ought to feel really, really bad, and I don't. You know?
Well, you ran an incredible campaign, and the reason I wanted David to be here today, win or lose, was to talk about how you went about it. I mean, money's a big issue, and you got to raise it. Messaging's a big issue. You got to figure out what you're going to do there.
Right.
But you knocked on 12,000 doors. My stars! When did you sleep?
Yeah. Oh no. You know, that was we started in April, and we got a lot of sleep. We got plenty of sleep. But I'm just so proud of the fact that and blessed that my wife went along with me on all of those, and I had such a great group of people on my campaign team. I'm honored to have been working with them, and they were so supportive. You know, back to the idea about the messaging and everything, I really think that it's very clear that the Republicans and the conservatives need to sit down now in Oregon and say, okay, why is it that Oregon didn't follow the rest of the country? Because it's very clear that we did not. The rest of the country went a certain way, and in Oregon we didn't go that way. And why was that? And we need to be hard on ourselves, we need to be brutal, and just really tear into that and ask that question.
Well, that is the question, because in some ways the state actually got bluer last night.
Oh yes, absolutely. We went the opposite direction of the rest of the country.
I mean, we passed marijuana. We said no to GMOs. I mean, all of those things. But if you look at the governor won, you know, clearly.
And you look at the Senate Republicans.
Yeah.
You know, the Senate Republicans. This was all supposed to be about, you know, let's maintain that 16-14. Well, it looks to me like right now they've lost seats, and so therefore it is bluer there. I don't know exactly where the House is right now, but I mean the point is that it's very clear, again, that we the people of Oregon in the aggregate now went in a different direction than the country. And why is that?
Well, I guess we'll be beating our brains trying to figure the answer to that question over the next little while. But from your experience up there, David, what do you think will happen now? You got a historic fourth-term governor.
Yeah.
You got a very blue House, a very blue Senate. I mean, what can't he not do?
Well, I got to tell you something. I think that the Republicans and the conservatives need to look in the mirror and ask themselves what they just did, because my guess is this, is that the liberal progressives are going to take this as a clear mandate to carry out whatever it is they want to do. And they're also going to take this as well, you know what? This is Oregon, and we really are different than the rest of the country. And so you're going to see this push, I believe, to be even more liberal progressive than what you would normally think. A, we're different. B, we got a mandate. Let's go for it, and let's work on it. Because I think you're going to see lots of those kinds of issues get pushed through.
And yet, as you went from door to door, you heard the opposite message.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, so we're just going to have to see how this all plays out. But you know, there are certain parts of this state, obviously, that control how these pieces get put together and who's in control, and you're gonna see that play out. I'm convinced of that.
Are you worried about the budget process in the state of Oregon? Because I knew you were kind of a hawk on that.
I was, and you know, I am worried about it, because I am 90 to 95% sure that over the last few years we've made promises that we can't keep within the budget that we're going to have, and they're going to make even more promises. Liberal progressives are going to push even a bigger agenda, and it's going to require more money, a lot more money. And so I'm really concerned about that piece. So we'll see how it plays out. But I mean, you know, you just talked, like we talked about here, you know, just the health care piece alone, and the massive expansion. Yeah. Yeah.
Were you surprised that the measure to add more into higher education failed? I mean, that seems to be a blue issue, and yet that went down. Yeah,
I don't know. You know, we're going to just have to sit down and go through each one of these. No, I hadn't thought about that, because obviously I was focused on our race. And you know what, I was really pleased about how other races came out. You know, around, like in the county and around nationally. So that part of it was good.
You're right.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Public service. You know, your whole life has kind of been that. You've served the country and you wanted to serve the state. What you thinking about the process?
Well, you know what? I mean, it's you put yourself forward, you put your position forward, and the people make a decision. And if they don't agree with you, you just move on to whatever's next. Okay. And you know, I have no intention of looking back at all. I've already decided, you know, I had a plan B, I had a plan C, I had this all figured out beforehand. Remember, I'm a military strategist, I know how to do these kinds of things. Yeah. And so, you know, I'm going to get myself heavily involved in lots of the charities and lots of work around the area. So that's my plan.
Good for you. Well, thanks for doing it. I think few know what that's like. You've been through the drill twice, and it's just tough. I don't care what anybody says, it's tough, and it's a lot of work, as you know.
Yeah.
It was a whole year of your life now, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It was.
And so our best to you, and I know what plan B is, but I just can't help but believe that God's got another plan for you and something else going on.
Yeah, no, this is going to be all good. This is going to be all good.
One other thing before I let you go, excuse me for my cough, I got a tickle. The nation did go another direction. I mean, sharply.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I mean, sharply. And it seemed to be an election of rejection of the president. Primarily. Mm-hmm. I guess Obamacare adds to that, but security issues and everything else. What you thinking?
Well, you know, I think also that also in the rest of the country that you saw some better messages being sent by those candidates of what they stood for, and I think that's what really we need to figure out here in Oregon of what it is that we do stand for and what is our message, what's our positive message, and I think that's very important.
Well, Dave, blessings on you. Thanks again for a hard-fought race, and keep up the good work. And I'm sure you're going to be around.
I'll be around, and I'll be seeing lots of people. And again, I just feel blessed and honored to have all those people that put in so much effort to help me in this.
Thanks for being a gentleman.
You betcha.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.